Well, hey everyone, my name is Nathan Jones, and if you're new here, welcome. I like to talk about all things movies, specifically Blu-rays, and today we're going to be talking about the Indicator flash sale that happened a few weeks ago, and the packages slowly made their way over here from the UK to the US, where I finally picked them all up. I had two packages, so I decided to do two orders, one at the very beginning of the sale, one kind of near the end. But I want to share those with you today and talk a little bit about what I picked up and what my thoughts on some of these films are, and my plans going forward with them, because at the end of the day, I haven't seen a lot of these things. So I would definitely love to explore them. But anyway, before we jump into that, let me know how your April's been going. Let me know in the comment section down below. You doing good? Are you picking up some things? Are you just watching things that you have already? I would love to know in the comment section down below. But also, if you decided to jump into this Indicator sale, what also did you pick up? All right, so let's talk about the titles that I picked up for the sale. So first and foremost, the now out of print limited edition. This just came out, but I picked up Mad Dog Morgan right here. This is spy number 226. This is from 1976. It's an Ozploitation film starring Dennis Hopper, and it is written and directed by Felipe Mora, and this has quite a bunch of extra things with it. So there's 4,000 limited edition numbers of it, and like I said, it's all gone now, but they actually just put on an announcement, I think today, with the newsletter, that they're going to be putting out the standard edition as well. So anyway, so you can get it still, but maybe not so much the limited edition. But let's jump into this film itself. So Mad Dog Morgan is a man who, in a failed robbery attempt, gets jailed, eventually gets out and tries to correct those wrongs and those actions, and becomes kind of a folk hero, but that also paints a big target on his back. And so I'm very excited to jump into this and also just explore more Dennis Hopper films. But here is the special features, right? So we have the Blu-ray itself, and then the reversible artwork on here is the same as the box set itself, right there, which is really great art. And speaking of the art, both of those art styles are actually in a poster that comes with this as well, and the poster is quite good. I really love the one that kind of looks like Mad Dog's Most Wanted or something like that, like this. I really love that poster in particular. But the true story of the legendary Mad Dog Morgan, a jolting chapter in history, beaten, branded, brutalized, but never broken. So very excited about that. And then it also comes with the delightful book of extra features right there, which has, it looks like, this is actually a nicer material than some of the standard releases that you would get from Indicator or the limited edition runs. But anyway, it's quite nice, and it has a bunch of extra features here with film essays, of course, and production material, cast and crew, etc., about the restoration process. And very excited about this, and very happy to have it. I know that some people who have seen this film have some kind of mixed reaction to it, but I'm excited to check it out because it definitely has a lot of hype to it. Obviously, it went out really, really fast, but that's not why I picked it up. I picked it up mainly because I like Dennis Hopper, and I want to watch more of his films, and I also really love the Ozploitation films that I have seen so far. So anyway, Mad Dog Morgan, did you pick it up, or are you going to plan on picking it up? Let me know in the comment section down below. All right, next is another box set, and this is spy number 200, and is a pretty crazy one at that, and I've heard a lot of things about it, but this is Gaspar Noé's Irreversible. And this was actually available in the sale, and I hadn't picked it up, but I'm kind of curious about it, and obviously there is a really a reason why this is a notorious film of sorts. Of course, this involves very graphic material, and rape is at the center of the story, and something that not necessarily something that you would want to be on your mind too much when you are watching films most of the time. So, but this is a revenge story too, just kind of like Mad Dog Morgan, in the sense that there's going to be some vengeance happening and act because of said rape, right? But anyway, Irreversible, I want to see this movie, and in fact, I was actually told by friends to watch the special features first before jumping into the film itself, which is quite a notorious thing to do. But anyway, let's look at the special edition releases here. This is 10,000. There's 10,000 copies of this, so I have 9,229, so I'm near the end. But it actually has quite a few things here. It also has a poster, the movie itself, right here. And it has reversible artwork, which is the front cover of the box set. But This has, let's see, the actors in here are Monica Bellucci, Vincent Castle, and Albert Don Pontel. I hope I said those names correctly. But very excited about this film, just at least in the context of understanding this film and its film history. But here is the artwork, irreversible, and on the other side, pretty much the same thing. But on the other end of the thing. So like this side and then this side on the other side. Anyway, it's reversible, right? Of course. And then it also comes with a booklet, of course, which I won't show you the front cover. Actually, I won't show you the two front covers. But here is the cast and crew and all of the things that come with it. But it comes with the extra features here. And the book essays and cast and crew and the discussions about it. And this is the thing that I might want to read before I jump into this film. And like I said, I want to do a fair warning on this movie in particular, because I know this is one of those things that's like it's a little notorious. It's one of probably in my collection one of the more notorious films that I have. So I am definitely interested in seeing my mind on this one, and obviously watching it, but then I'll decide whether or not I want to keep it in my collection. But I definitely wanted to pick it up, and I'm curious about it. So anyway, have you seen Irreversible? I would love to hear your thoughts on it. And yeah, let me know in the comment section down below. All right, next I want to talk about some limited edition runs. First is Spy number 210. I picked up The People Next Door. This is from 1970, directed by David Green, and is starring Eli Wallach, Julie Harris, Hal Holbrook, and Deborah Winters. I like Eli Wallach quite a bit, so that was kind of the pull from here, plus the cover itself. It's almost like how records used to be, where you used to pick up a record and look at the album artwork and think, this looks really interesting. I don't really know much about it, but from what I've gathered is it is a suburban family. Their daughter starts getting hooked on drugs, and just insanity ensues from there. And you can definitely tell from this time period in 1970, but also that cover right there, a trip into the suburbs among all those trees and all that grass. So yeah, you can see where this drug-addled film is all about. But also there is the alternate artwork right there. So this is black and white, which is really cool. I can't decide which one I like more, so I don't know which one I'll switch over to, but has a booklet of extra special features in here, as well as all the special features that come with it. So very excited about this one. It's got a 4K restoration, yeah, I want to know if you've seen this one down in the comment section down below. All right, next is Spy number 153, 90 Degrees in the Shade. So this is directed by Jerry Wise. I hope I said that correctly. Starring Anne Haywood, James Booth, Rudolph Rusinski, Ann Todd, and Donald Wolftit. And I do know of Haywood and Ann Todd, and I know a little bit about this, but this is from 1965, and this is about a grocery store clerk falling in love with her manager. And from there, there's actually somebody who is an auditor who's coming in to kind of check up on the place, and then kind of discovers this, and kind of the drama ensues from there. But from the 60s, this is quite an interesting concept to discuss. And yeah, it looks like it has a really great special edition with a bunch of special features, of course. And once you're hooked, there's a noose around your neck for the rest of your life. So let's look at the reversible artwork and the booklet itself. There is that right there. Very excited about that. And 90 Degrees in the Shade, I really like this reversible artwork. Just a little bit of a change. It just takes away that indicator strip on top. So nothing too different on the artwork itself, but I really do love this artwork. This is actually one of my favorite art pieces of the entire pickups that I have, because that just like that, it speaks to me in some manner. So that's why I picked up 90 Degrees in the Shade, actually. All right, next is a film from 1957, and it's Spy number 154. This is actually a recommendation from a good friend of mine, Elliot, so thank you. And this is starring Peter Cushing, Leo McKern, Michael Redgrave, and Ann Todd. Once again, Ann Todd's coming up. Michael Redgrave and Ann Todd are the focus of this. This is a Joseph Lucy film, Time Without Pity. So anyway, I just blasted a bunch of information there, but I'm very excited about this one. Like I said, Elliot gave me a good recommendation on this one, and very excited to dive into this limited edition. It all started with a young girl's scream, which is a very interesting thing to put, but innocent man kind of sentenced to death for murder, and their son's father takes onto their matters into their own hand and try to figure out the plot and like who's condemning his son in this manner. So that is an interesting kind of noir aspect of this film. And so we have right there is that Michael Redgrave, and we also have Peter Cushing. I think is the one who is Scotland Yard, I think, detective here. There's the alternate artwork, which is more or less the same thing, just with a different PH style on the top. But yeah, very excited about this one. Joseph Lucy, I enjoy his work, so I'm excited to jump into Time Without Pity. Next, we're going to jump into a comedy. This is Spy Number 170. It is written and directed by William Rickard, and this is Winter Kills. And Winter Kills has quite a bit of people that we know and love. Jeff Bridges stars. John Huston, Elizabeth Taylor, and Anthony Perkins are all in this film. But this is actually kind of inspired by this time period in the 70s, and this is, like I said, from 1979. This is inspired by those JFK assassination conspiracies, right? So a comic thriller following a young brother of a U.S. president who was murdered 19 years previously, tries to uncover a plot to figure out what's going on, but it's comedic as well. The Keegans are an American dynasty. They own oil, banks, beautiful women, even presidents. They have the power to make fortunes, destroy careers. One man will inherit it all if he lives. So that is a really enticing tale here. Let's look at the alternate artwork right there. I love that blue. I think I'm going to reverse this one right here to the blue, because this is all white on this side. Winter Kills looks like such a fun film, and definitely one of the ones that I'm going to have a really good time with. So if you let me know if you've seen it in the comment section down below. All right, so next we're going to move on to some standard editions, and this first one is from 1965 and directed by Otto Preminger. And I want to say thank you to Chris Moen and Elliot, and also even Sam, film blogger Sam, to giving me these recommendations. But Bunny Lake is Missing. And Bunny Lake is Missing is directed by Otto Preminger, and is starring Laurence Olivier, Carol Lindley. We also have Noel Coward in this film, and Marita Hunt. Even the zombies are here, and Keira Dole. And very excited about this particular film, but it is a detective story about Bunny Lake, who is a little girl who becomes missing once her mother discovers when she moves over to the UK, and drops her off at a facility, like a daycare facility, and decides to pick her up, obviously, after that, and she's not there, and figuring out what has happened to her. She went missing. I am not giving it justice, mainly because I haven't seen the film yet, but if it got high marks from a lot of people who were recommending this film, I'm definitely intrigued by it, and very excited about this particular release. So yeah, let me know if you've seen this one down in the comment section down below. All right, next is a film from 1978 and is starring Faye Dunaway and Tommy Lee Jones, and it is Eyes of Laura Mars. So she saw all life through the camera's eye. She saw death. So she's a famous photographer who starts getting premonitions of from the point of view of a serial killer, and that's kind of where the plot of this film starts, and is pretty trippy on that end just alone, but also just the title and this evocative art kind of definitely suggested something I wanted to watch. Another recommendation that I was very intrigued about and wanted to check out, but I want to know in the comment section if you've seen this one. All right, the last standard edition that I picked up is from 1982. It is directed by Costa Gavras and is starring Jack Lemmon, Sissy Spacek, and John Shea. It is Missing right here. It is about a mother and a father who are trying to explore their disappearance of their son, who went to Chile to be I think a journalist, a protest journalist who disappears, and the U.S. government knows a little bit more about it and trying to figure it out. But it's following their journeys. They're separated, so they're doing their own different things, trying to figure out what's going on. But I was definitely curious about this film and looking into it a little bit more. But Charlie Horman thought that being an American would guarantee his safety. His family believed that being Americans would guarantee them the truth. They were all wrong. So very excited about Missing, and looking at, I think a lot of the films that I picked up are like thrillers, mysteries. These are the types of films that I've been picking up from Indicator, it looks like. So now we're going to jump into 4 more limited editions. This is the second package that came later on, so let's jump into those ones. All right, so these last 4 titles, I didn't really do much research on these, mainly because I was just looking at the titles. looking at the people who were involved in the film, and that's kind of where I went with this one. I just had a little bit of a surge to be like, I need these 4 titles, but also, you know, some of them were running low, so I wanted to definitely pick them up. And the first film that I want to mention is directed by Michael Apted, who I really love, and I want to say rest in peace, who had been doing the Up series, but the film, The Triple Echo, that he did. This is Spy number 119. This is from 1972, and there's only one way to know the whole story. But this is starring Glenda Jackson and Oliver Reed. I love Oliver Reed and all the Hammer films that I've seen, so that, besides Michael Apted, definitely sold me immediately on this film. So very excited about this war film. Don't know much about it, but the limited edition looks quite intriguing. And then there's the alternate artwork right there, which is in the kind of gray, the bluish gray. And this side is the red side, which I really enjoy. I guess it's cayenne. That's probably the color, I would say. All right, next is Spy number 115. It's from 1970, and it is Take a Girl Like You. Also starring Oliver Reed, another thing that I wanted to see, but also Haley Mills as well, co-starring Noelle Harrison as Julian, with Sheila Hancock, John Bird, and Amy MacDonald. So excited about this one. Don't really know much about it from the fact that I'm like, all right, I want to watch more Oliver Reed stuff because I enjoy his work. But in this day and age, what's a virgin to do? So it's definitely one of those things where it's like, well, maybe probably couldn't be made today, but you know, it looks like a comedic time and a fun one at that. So I picked this one up as well. So let's look at the alternate artwork here, which actually I think I might like more because it's pink like that and a different style here. Definitely from the original artwork right there, where this one is the other side of it. So I guess those were probably the print posters that were used to market this film. Comes with the special edition, of course. And there's right there Oliver Reed, which I didn't show you in the last one. But anyway, next we're moving on to Spy number 104, and is from 1948. Definitely excited about this one. The cover art and the name alone, plus the person who stars in this film, is like the big sell for me. I don't know why I didn't pick it up earlier, but I picked up The Snake Pit. And this is Olivia de Havilland. This is directed by Anatoly Litvak. And an achievement born in the raging elements of life's emotions. So I don't really know much about this. Like I said, it's from the 40s. It's got a 4K restoration with some really great special features, besides the fact that Olivia de Havilland plus this poster art like really sold me. Like, this just pops out, and I just love this. So let's look at the alternate artwork, which looks like it just takes away the strip at the top, like usual. And it also comes with this special booklet right here. But I'm very excited for more 40s films, of course. I always love that time period. Some of my favorite films are from the 40s, so I definitely wanted to pick that one up before it went out of print. And then the last film that I picked up is Spy number 50, and this is from 1957, and this is Town on Trial. And this is directed by John Gillerman, and starring John Mills, Charles Coburn, who I really enjoy, Barbara Bates as well. There she lay, wearing her nylons tight around her neck. So piece by piece, he solved the murder puzzle. Man by man, he put the town on trial. So it looks like another murder mystery film here with you know, a really great cast here, and also another great film year, 1957. But this is the special edition right here, and here is the alternate artwork, which actually I kind of enjoy a little bit more than that side. So I might flip that over as well. And let's look lastly at the booklet real quick right there. And yeah, I picked up some really fun titles here. A lot of them are things that I am just interested in and want to explore further on when I jump into them at the right time. But anyway, I want to say thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said earlier, what have you been doing during the month of April? If you picked up any indicator titles, what have you been watching? I'd love to know in the comment section down below. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Give it a like, share, hit the notification bell, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. I'm not jonesing around.